I love building budget decks. They bring additional challenges to building decks with synergy and effectiveness. Um, so I back in the day when I was getting into figuring out synergy, I was instantly attracted to a sacrifice deck, and this one's not terribly different. It's cheap creatures, and as a matter of fact, my standard for a budget deck is no more than 3 rare cards and no more than 1 mythic rare card. In this particular deck, there are only 3 rare cards and no mythic rares. See if I can find them here. So we have Ayara is rare, Judith is rare, and what's the other one? Geez, maybe I only have 2 in here. I could have sworn I had 3. Oh, yeah, I have 1 land. Dragon Skull Summit is a rare card. Just because the having common and uncommon lands makes for a very slow moving deck. In this, there's some risk that you could get hung up with slow lands because there's 3 Bloodfell Caves. They do give you a life, but they come in tapped. Evolving Wilds, they give you the choice of a mountain or a swamp, but they come in tapped. The lands that you pull. Evolving Wild does have a side benefit, and that is if you have Mayhem Devil on the board, you sack it to choose a mountain or swamp, and it triggers Mayhem Devil's ability. Cauldron Familiar, we know it's banned in Standard. Kind of an annoying card if you're going against it with Witch's Oven, but it is what it is. This is a budget historic deck. Sanctum of Stonefangs just kind of keeps you in the game, gives you life, drains a life. Same with Trespasser's Curse, 2 of these in there. Whenever the opponent brings on a creature, you gain a life, they lose a life. A single Lightning Strike, 4 Angrath's Rampage. I love this card. You can take a planeswalker off, you can take a creature off, you can take an artifact off, your choice. There's 4 of them. They're cheap. They also are using the sacrifice method of removal, which triggers Mayhem Devil's ability. There's 2 Serrated Scorpions in here. Just a body on the board, but gives you 2 life, gives 2 damage to the opponent when they die. I have 3 Bastion of Remembrance. When anything of yours dies, it gives you a life and takes away a life from the opponent. And it puts a 1/1 soldier on the board. 3 Call of the Death Dweller. Bring back any number of cards equaling up to 3 mana cost from your graveyard to the battlefield. And then you can put a Death Touch counter on either of them and a Menace counter on either of them. I threw in the Cartouche of Ambition, puts a +1/+1 on a creature in lifelink, and you get to put a -1/-1 on another creature of an opponent's, of course. 1 Inscription of Ruin. Well, I think I've lied here. I have 4. I have 4 rare cards. I apologize for that, but I think that's a fair trade for not having the mythic rare in there. So this is a good card because you can choose one of the following. Target opponent discards 2 cards, return target creature with converted cost of mana 2 or less from the graveyard to the battlefield. Destroy target creature with converted mana cost of 3 or less. And you can choose any one of them, as many as you want, if you kick it for 4 extra mana. One Ayara, love this card, works great with Cauldron Familiar coming back on the board. Judith, great card, bumps every creature with a +1/+0. When any creature dies, does 1 damage to target creature. Works great in concert with Bastion of Remembrance. You know what Mayhem Devil does. 3/3. There's 4 of these in here. And whenever anything's sacked, you can deal a damage to any target. A bone picker here just to dissuade flyers. You only got 1 in the deck, so it's pretty lean for flying here. But oftentimes, because you're sacking stuff, you can bring this on for 1 black mana as a 3/2, so it's a good bargain. 1 ill-gotten inheritance. So this is a great card. You know, you're dwindling the opponent's life. You put this on the board. As soon as you get them to 4 life, you can pay 6 and sack ill-gotten and deal 4 damage to the opponent. You gain 4 life. 2, Revenge the Ravens. In case things are kind of getting tight, this is a card that also keeps you in the game. Whenever anybody attacks you, you gain a life, they lose a life. Okay, so 10 swamps, 7 mountains, 3 Bloodfell caves, 1 Dragon Skull Summit, and 2 Evolving Wilds. Let's play a game. Okay, going up against Oak here with our budget deck here. All right, and we go first. So we're going to take the risk and throw Cauldron's Familiar right out there. And we are going to be looking for another mana because we have a couple. We have 3 black here and a 4 drop. Okay, beautiful. Okay, red, they're probably going to be looking to take Cauldron Familiar out fairly quick. Okay. So I think we want to sack that creature. Get them to sack here. Anyway, Steamkin can cause a lot of grief. I'm going to hold on to the other Cauldron Familiar because they could have sweep coming up. We'll be able to get Ill-Gotten or Underworld Dreams on this next turn. Oh, Mayhem. Interesting choice here. I think we're going to go with Ill-Gotten Inheritance. Just kind of get the engine going. Let's gain life, lose life for the opponent. Okay, they're going to gain control of that creature. That's fine with me. I'm going to stick with the enchantments at the moment. I'm surprised we're not seeing anything here. Again, sticking with enchantments. I believe Cauldron will kill itself. No, it's not. Let's see. Okay, this is great news here. We put on the devil, take the chance. They're probably going to take it right off the board, but we don't. I'm not sure what's going on with this red deck. It's not offering much competition. I'm sure they're going to bring something out. And makeshift munitions. Yeah, I don't know about that. They taking that card and they're going to sack it. And he'll get to do damage to me. Okay. That's okay. Alright, this is exceptionally bad news for the opponent. I'm not seeing a way that they can survive. No, no luck. With the oven on the board, you can't do that. So that's unfortunate. I'm going to take the risk. They could take that off the board now, but we've got enough stuff. It's ill-gotten inheritance. I don't have the mana to do that yet, but we're just kind of eating them up here. Not much going on, so I think we'll bring Judith up. I've got 2 cards in hand here. If they try to take Judith, then we just sack it, and we can bring on Cauldron Familiar, and I'm pretty sure we're going to win this game anyway we cut it here. And we'll try to take it, and we will sack it. That should be the game ender, because we'll bring Cauldron Familiar on with the food token that's available, and that's game. Okay, clean and easy.